And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. This will be taken very short. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Yeah, you all right? I had to jump on your back, yo. All right. Hey, Jess. We can play the part when we get back, all right? All right, son? All right, yo. I'll have to call later, yo.
First down, Prescott. It's complete to Snead. 39 yards there, a big one. Well, there's a pretty big start right there. They go bombs away on the first play from scrimmage.
Put a smile on your face, didn't it? Not because you're rooting for anyone, but that's the way to begin a game, to put someone back on their heels and announce that they plan to be aggressive.
Say what?
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And a promising start as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Check 3, check 3. Pass, pass.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. The lightning rod, J.J. Watt with a sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Play fake. Here's Prescott. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete.
That was a play.
Now it's 3rd down.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check, 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 check. Check 50, check 50.
They just get the play off. Now Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback, because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
And Tucker, the former Longhorn, puts this one through. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week one. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Already.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Watson now to throw. They'll find Miller. That's complete.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. They were looking for Johnson that time.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go, we got this. Check nickel. Slam.
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Gerald McCoy is always going to be linked with Ndamukong Suh. They came into the NFL in the same draft class. There's a lot of debate about who was going to be the better defensive tackle. They just do it 2 different ways. McCoy, more movement, more elusiveness. That allowed him to make the play there for a short gain.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing. Prescott. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. The Ravens get a new set of downs. Give them 17 on that pickup. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And it's caught. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Let's go. Number 53. Mike 53.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed.
Hey, here we go. 53, Mike. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
On the sneak, it's Prescott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Dak Prescott taking it in as the Ravens push further out in front.
And the sneak works on second and goal. They didn't wait until it was fourth down to try and get him across.
No, and I think if you're the QB, you like these plays, don't you? I mean, you want to hand it off sometimes, but also prove that you can get it in there as well.
Yeah, it makes you really part of the gang, doesn't it? It makes you part of the crew, and it really bonds you with those big offensive linemen because then you get to celebrate with the big fellas.
At their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Watson under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Back to throw, Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. A really nice gain of 25 yards. The first down carry here for Johnson. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
At the 44-yard line.
What is that? 19. Tight, watch left. Tight, watch.
And to give this time to the tailback. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. 9 good yards there on the run, and now 3rd down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get him.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They scored a touchdown the last time they had the football, but things going to be a little bit more difficult this time.
Oh, certainly, because where they're starting, the goal isn't even thinking about a touchdown at this point. They're thinking about field position. A couple of first downs in order to give some room for their punter and maybe flip the field position for their defense.
Mostert. And now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 50. 30, past the 20, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Raheem Mostert, 99 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again,
Again.
and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Reset. 19. 2 times. 49. Let's go.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
The Texans on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now it's Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Watson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt.
Let's go.
Take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Josh Jones in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
2nd and 9 now from the 21.
That's what I do. Here we go, 46. 53 to Mike. Oh, slide. Man, I got you. 26.
Prescott. Got a man. It's Brown. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage, if he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now Mostert. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They all go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, he might reduce it, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse.
8 ounce.
That?
8 ounce is good.
All right, just checking.
53 to Mike. 53.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. He's going deep for Brown. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
On the return, here's Agnew. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. 1st down.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Watson sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to keep it here. He'll get 5 out of the scramble, his 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
To throw again on 2nd down. Watson into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36, and his crew will take over the football at the 35-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with.
47. Under 10, 10.
following the interception. Here's Prescott. And this is caught inside the 5. It's a gain of 35. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. It's a keeper with Prescott, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
I need you damn controller, yo. I just threw a bomb, and I had him. My man started drifting to the right. I couldn't even control it. That nigga just started drifting, yo.
They'll try to run this one in. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Giants
so on
league.
3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. And Tucker, the former Longhorn, puts this one through. So a late turnover leads to a quick drive, and in turn that quick drive leads to 3 points.
So someone makes a mistake, but how about the other side learning from that mistake, taking care of the ball, and making sure they put some points on the board? Well done.
In here, yeah, you can tell the difference, but it's still good football though. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it's pretty much a better version of college football than this.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports.
Oh, do it? You know what? I ain't even think about that. It do. So we got football.
Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Yeah.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
Yeah, that's the boring part of the year.
Let's go. I mean, but shit, then the Big 3 will be on. I like the Big 3.
I haven't really watched too much of the Big 3.
That shit fell off, man.
Yeah.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained.
Damn.
Calm their whole.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
Nah, I didn't buy
play
one.
there. 75 yards. And the Texans get a bit closer. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score.
Damn.
A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
What's the 2-minute rule?
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
Oh, okay.
So you're not going to be penalized for running the ball inside of 2 minutes.
Yeah, it takes some time to get used to. I was kind of
play
looking
of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
So.
Prescott to throw it. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
53 to Mike. 53 to Mike. Here go 46. Here go. Go to 54. Go to 54. 180. 26.
Now Prescott, open receiver. That's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the 1st down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. Looking to throw. Prescott nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt and the Texans take over an excellent field position. They'll run on 1st down. Hunt. They'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Kareem Hunt, 28 yards, as his guys are back within a single score.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, kill. 47. Let's go. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
To throw is Prescott. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby.
Well, I tell you, you can't fault the pass protection here. He had all day to throw, and he just couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. And quarterbacks will tell you that after a while, they start getting antsy back there. So this is just a great job defensively to stay with these receivers as long as they did.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Then he'll give it here to his running back. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
No gain on the play. It's now 3rd and 4.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Now Watson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. From 21 yards away, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
It used to be that if you were a big wide receiver and the coaches wanted to make you a tight end, you resisted the move. Now it's almost a glamour position because they have the mismatch advantage. Are you going to cover them with a linebacker? They're probably faster. A defensive back? They're going to be bigger. Tight end is the new big-time position.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
All right.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
He turned the game on. I don't have my damn remote control that.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Target. Hey, 47. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Get him.
Here's Prescott. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
53. Mike, 53.
Nothing.
This is Mostert. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Kill. 47. Deuce.
Now Prescott. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. Oh, Prescott stripped, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If the ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Here we go. Mike. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. Wow. We're going to 53. We're going to 54. Why is? We're going to 54. Why is? Get him on. West.
Fuck is wrong with that?
Yeah, that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
That's the ball, man.
Here we go. Check 53. Quit talking about it and bring it. Then we're going to 53. Check 53. Mike. Check 53. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go again. Here we go, 47. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. That's it. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Here's Prescott. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines.
Man, this damn controller getting on my nerves, yo. Shit is drifting, yo. Nah, I never did buy one. I've been trying to rock with it, but man, this ain't drifting, yo. I know, and I never went and got it. Shit, stupid, yo.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Houston. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And again this time to the tailback. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. On 2nd and 1, Watson, and that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a 1st down.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. The Texans on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Watson. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Chris Wormley with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to break our 4th quarter tie. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. You talk about a big kick under pressure in the 4th quarter. I mean, that wasn't like a 33-yarder. That was long distance.
Not only does it show the faith that they have in him, but also remember, if they'd missed that one, they're giving up the ball near midfield, so they had to be very confident that he was going to put that one through the post.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
It's a pickup of 11 at a Baltimore 1st down.
First down, Baltimore.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Ingram. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 36-yard line.
She said 2 poops came out. That's what's up.
Check 53's Mike. Check 53's Mike. Let's go, D. Here we go, 47.
On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott. He's got this one complete to Perriman. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th.
Let's go.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here's Mostert, and an alley to run. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. Hey, tighten down.
They'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
65.
They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and it happened in the NFL. The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games counting out.